Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to
Book Club. We both just got done. I got done working a while ago, but surprise, this is not our full-time job. Wish it was.
We do have to do other things.
We do have to do other jobs. Really wish this was our job all the time.
So tell your friends about book club.
Yeah, tell your friends about fucking book club, dude. Fuck.
Tell them to get with it.
We're pretty tired. Also, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am on my period, and I'm fired up. I keep having these little moments where I'm like, I just want to like punch something. You know?
Yeah, I feel like that, probably, majority of the time.
Yeah, you're, a lot nicer than me, just kind of in general, though. So, that tracks.
I am not nicer.
Or not nicer.
You said
meaner.
That backwards.
I have, a dumb brain today.
That's okay.
Anyways,
That's okay,
we don't
because
have a specific
what we're
book
talking
right
about
now.
today doesn't require...
It doesn't require real thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty basic. We're kind of in between books right now. So we're just going to be talking about book to movie, book to TV show adaptations that we think are really good and really bad. We both have little lists.
I made 5 different subcategories, I think.
Oh, mine's literally plain,
6.
Best and worst.
6.
Okay.
6 subcategories.
I wonder if any of ours are going to line up.
Yes, they are. I already know it.
Oh, good. Okay, well, that being said, there's not going to be really... there might be a spoiler or something, but, not really. So, everyone's come to book club. Everyone come to book club all the time.
Everybody
if you're not at book club, what are you doing?
Why are you at book club?
It's so lame of you.
Where are you?
Where are you?
And why aren't you here? We have things to discuss. We've been trying to reach you about book club.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
That was kind of good ASMR.
Was it actually? I can't. It looks like I said absolutely nothing on my little audio track.
Yeah, well, you did. I heard it.
Well, anyways.
Okay, yeah, that's what we're talking about today, though.
Welcome to book club.
So, welcome.
Hey, what's up?
Ready for book club?
I am obsessed.
This is the worst.
What do you mean?
What? No, idiot.
Welcome to book club.
Welcome to book club.
Eating that piece of beef jerky before we started was a bad idea. Because now my tummy hurts. Yeah. But whatever. What can you do? Okay,
I had a whole bag of Twizzlers today.
Ooh, healthy.
Yeah, I'm on a health kick.
Look at all those microplastics.
I don't even think those are microplastics. That's like megaplastics.
It's just plastic. You're just eating plastic.
But yeah. Okay, so Carrie did best and worst.
Just best movie adaptations. Worst ones.
I did a lot of subcategories. I did ones that I think are better than the book, upcoming, ones that I want to read / watch that I know nothing about, ones that I want made, and then a section for throwbacks, like the OGs that I think started it all.
Oh, that's so
smart.
smart.
Well, actually,
wow.
not started it all, but
really, really good ones.
Started it all for me.
So which one, let's just do best to start with. We can start with mine because my list is much simpler. And then if you have one if I list something that overlaps with one of your lists, we'll talk about the category that it is in your little subgenres. Yeah. Okay, so the first one I have on best, it's really basic and very obvious and maybe controversial, but Harry Potter. I'm going to put that out there. Harry Potter.
That is on it. That's on 2 of mine. It's on my throwbacks.
It's on 2 of mine.
The OGs. Mm-hmm. It's on the OGs. And then I also think that, sue me, I think that the Harry Potter movies are better than the books.
Really?
Except for the first 3.
Okay, so here's my thing. Harry Potter overlaps for me. It's on my best list and my worst list because I think I had to put it on best because like they're so iconic and like reading them and watching those movies feels so magical in the fall and winter. And like Harry Potter world, like it's so big. It's like just like they're iconic.
It's iconic. Yeah.
However,
absolutely.
I have it on the worst because the last 3 or 4 movies, I think the books are much better because the last 3 or 4 movies I feel like don't really explain, especially the last 2 that they split like the Deathly Hallows into 2 movies. Especially that one, it's like I feel like it doesn't fully explain like the magical like it doesn't explain like the Horcruxes the same way. Like when I originally watched those movies, which first of all, I don't even rewatch those every year because they get too intense. I only watch the first 3 or 4.
Yeah, 4's hit or miss too.
Yeah, because it gets sad and scary.
I'm not really sure that I can like Cedric. Oh,
that one hurts me. But I just feel like the
know.
books are better because it gives more context of like what the fuck is going on. Because in the last few movies, I'm like, okay, what is this? This doesn't make any sense.
See, I wouldn't know because you could put a gun to my fucking head and I wouldn't read the last 3 Harry Potter books. I fucking can't. I can't get through them. I cannot get through them. Like that I think is where like my struggle with reading as an adult started because I started to reread Harry Potter because I read the first 4 in like, I don't know, elementary school. And I was like, oh, I don't know any of these fuck ass words. And so I didn't like comprehend anything because I was an idiot. And also 10. Then I reread them as an adult, as like a young adult. I was like 19 and 20, I think, after you had reread them.
Yeah.
And I was like, and Jack had read them and y'all were both obsessed. And I was like, I want to be in on this bit.
Yeah.
And so I tried to get myself in on the bit. And I love the first 3. Prisoner of Azkaban to me is one of the best movies / books probably of all time.
I
love
think that's the best. Out of all of the Harry Potter movies, I think that's the best book to movie adaptation.
It's
and I
definitely the
also
most
think it's just the
accurate.
best. I think it's also
it is.
just the best book, the best movie.
Period. It literally is.
My only issue with these movies is I feel like they do the opposite of what a lot of movies tend to do. Maybe is they made the adult characters way too fucking old.
Ugly. Yeah.
Like I'm sorry.
Why are they?
Are we forgetting that Harry Potter's parents were like 20, 21 when they died? And then in the show, it's like, it shows like the little image of Harry Potter with his parents.
They're 40.
But they're 40 for sure. Harry Potter is 11 years old, so they should be maybe 29, 30. They're 40, 45. Sirius Black might as well be fucking 70. Like, are you kidding?
You're literally not wrong. Sirius is supposed to be hot and sexy and delicious.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I love the actor that plays him.
Same.
But he wasn't young enough. What?
No, they weren't.
What the hell?
Absolutely not.
So,
yeah,
anyways,
I think
that's
that kind of threw me for a loop when I read it. But period, Prisoner of Azkaban is the best Harry Potter book and movie. And I think that's a general consensus. If you don't agree with that, first of all, please let me know what your favorite is. And you're going to also have to write a 3 to 5 page fucking essay because that is the wrong opinion.
Okay, my next one.
I just need to know.
I agree. My next one that I have on best, Hunger Games. I know Maddie hasn't read the Hunger Games books, but even if you haven't read them... read Songbirds and Snakes. I've read Songbirds and Snakes. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I know it's good. I'm just afraid to watch it. But the Hunger Games movies, I feel like they definitely obviously had to cut some stuff out, but there was nothing they had to change too drastically that it made it completely different from the books. And the movies, I feel like really, for me, with an adaptation, if the movie can get across like the vibe and the feelings you got while reading the book, then it was done pretty well. Like you can't put every single detail into a movie or a TV show. Right. But if you can get across like the same intensity, the same feelings, the same types of relationships, like if relationship gets from point A to point B in the same way, even if there's some things changed in there, I will deem it probably pretty good. And I think that The Hunger Games was done really well.
I think that's because I'm pretty sure Suzanne Collins is like really involved.
And
with,
the casting
like, the
was really
actual
good.
decision making as far as
I can't think of a single actor in
goes.
that movie that doesn't match up to what little 13-year-old me was imagining while reading the books.
Yeah. I feel like I haven't read the OG Hunger Games, so I didn't put that on any of my lists because I haven't read it and I didn't want to be a fucking fraud. But I would classify it as like a throwback, like OG, like adults who are reading now.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Hunger Games. Everybody loves Hunger Games. It's kind of like Harry Potter in the sense that it is just like
I think it's weird
iconic.
because Harry Potter came out like earlier. Like the movie started coming out when we were still in elementary school, but Hunger Games started coming out when we were in middle school, like almost high school-ish, and it feels like now that we're like 24, almost 25, kids now are like, "Oh my god, like the Hunger Games movies are iconic." Cuz they were like my niece is 13 years old and she's loves that whole series, and like I see things on TikTok that's like to be a teenager when these movies were coming out. Going to the movies was the shit when we were in middle school. The movies coming out in circa 2013 to 2016.
Okay, do people still do like, oh, hello?
Hi, Olive.
Can you
She
hear
said,
her
I
chirping?
have words.
Can you hear her? She has things to say. She loves that.
Hey, girl.
Okay. Do people still do like midnight premieres?
I don't know.
Like, I just don't
Actually,
feel like let go of my
They
pants.
really should.
Like, I don't know if that's as big of a thing. Like, this is one I didn't read, so it's not on my list. You cannot get up here anymore.
I didn't follow that rule. I am a fraud. I have a couple on there that I haven't read.
Well, I have ones that I like want to read / watch, but they're like new ones. But like Twilight, seeing the midnight premiere of the Twilight movies,
so fun.
I never read the books.
Okay,
I
wait,
was a
hold
child.
on. Sorry.
Again.
I have a candle lit. I don't know if you can hear that,
No, I can't.
but it's like one of those wood wick candles, and it sounds.
Oh, is
like
it going crazy?
Fucking crazy right now. Hopefully, it's not picking up on the mic. If it is, I'm really
It's
sorry.
not.
Anyways,
not.
Twilight movies.
But-
Yes, we were children.
Like the midnight premieres. I went to see
The midnight- they were
again.
so
Like
fun.
I didn't read the books at this point in time, but like I think we were 12 or 13 when the last Deathly Hallows came out. I made my mom take me to see the midnight premiere. The midnight premiere of all the Twilight movies. The midnight premiere of, I'm pretty sure you and I and all the girls that we were friends with in middle school saw like the Hunger Games like the day they came out.
Yes. Oh my
Like
god,
it was
so
such
fun.
a big deal. It was so
and
much
it's like
fun.
you stay out until like 2 a.m. and eating popcorn and candy, and then you have a sleepover, and it's the fucking
And you
best.
stay up and you
always
fangirl about the movie.
and you stay at whoever had the most money. You stay at their rich ass parents' house, and it was never me and you, but you stay at their
never
house, and their parents get you fucking donuts and shit in the morning, and you're like staying at the Ritz.
Yeah. Literally, bring back sleepovers, but where the parents do everything, where they like where you
Yes.
show up and there's like pizza already there, or like
But then they
chicken
leave you
nuggets already
alone.
in the oven.
But then they
Yeah.
leave you alone.
And then like in the
I don't-
morning you have donuts. Oh my god!
Yeah, but then you don't have to be the one to go get them. You just wake up and
Yeah.
they're there. I
like
wanna,
we could have a sleepover and we could get donuts, but we'd have to drive to get the donut.
but you
should
know
make
what we
Dylan
could
and
do? We
Brian.
should make Dylan and Brian do it.
Oh my god, this is so iconic. Yes, we're gonna have a sleepover and
Yes.
it's gonna be like, okay, we have to have. You cannot look at us. We don't want to know you're here.
Oh my god, like for my birthday. I'm going to Florida for my 25th birthday in October, and we're going to see Taylor Swift, but the boys are not going to see Taylor Swift. And
Obviously.
so they're going to be hanging out, and I'm going to give them a list and be like, hey, go to the store while we're at the concert. I need you to go pick up these things for when we come home and are ready to party. And also in the morning when we're hungover and sleeping, I need you to also get up early.
You have to wake up.
You have to wake up
Get the
and go
donuts.
get donuts and probably coffees. and set it up like a little and have them cut up fruit and make little they're gonna make us breakfast.
Amazing.
Oh, we're
anyways,
doing
yeah.
that.
So that's the lore behind being a preteen / teen in the 2010s, and like I don't think that. I mean, I liked being a teen. I never really romanticized being a teen any other time period. I honestly, looking back on it, I can totally get why it is romanticized, but also, you guys, it wasn't all that it's hyped up to be. But like it did kind of slay, like being on Tumblr. But
when you bring in like because like my oldest sister was the next one on my list. I haven't read the books because I'm a child, but since we were talking about Twilight, I put Twilight on the best, just as long as as far as lists of like iconic adaptations go and movies that I rewatch.
Nobody can tell me
because
Twilight is not good.
The vibes are good.
The vibes are good. Insane.
Everything having that blue cast filter,
incredible,
delicious,
give
yummy.
Me 14.
Give me 14 of them right now.
Do you know what's in it? I don't care, don't tell me.
I don't care. And it's like, okay, yeah, I will say my oldest sister was a teenager. She was a big Twilight teenager. She's like 5 years older than me, so she was a little bit before that, and she was like big into Twilight, the like peak teenager when Twilight movies were coming out. Read the books, was going to all the premieres, had all the merch, everything. Had the Alice haircut.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was obsessed with it. I wanted that haircut so bad. And then I will say being a teenager in that time for that reason would have been great. Every other reason I would have been like, could y'all maybe stop wearing bootcut jeans and letting them drag in the mud, please?
Or the fuzzy weird like the weird fuzz boots that were like didn't really come up to your knees. It was like
almost it was like the fade of Y2K into 2010s aesthetic, and so it was just kind of like Hot Topic core cringe.
It was weird.
It was weird, but I put Twilight on there just for the sake of that. The other one I'm going to throw out there, because I am a fraud, is Outlander on my best list, because I have not read the books, but I am so heavily invested in the show. We're going to. And I'm just so heavily invested in the show that I'm just like, okay, if the show is amazing, the book's probably amazing.
The books have to be amazing.
That's just, they're really, really long, though.
Right here, the first 4 right here.
Yeah.
And I am, they're, first of all, iconic covers.
Yeah, they're really so cute.
They do resemble, like, height, width-wise, the Bible.
Yeah.
Page-wise, they literally look like Bible pages. I don't like how small the words are. Might have to get a magnifying glass or possibly glasses. But like the actual aesthetic of the books, oh my god, so good. Because like, sorry, I love ACOTAR. These books suck. Not the actual storyline, but they are so ugly.
The colors are so ugly. Even the hard covers, they're ugly.
Yeah, shoot me. I think the hardcovers might be worse than the soft covers. The gray and the
covers of like Crescent City, ugly.
No, oh my god, I cannot handle the cover of Crescent City. Like, I might have to genuinely like get on Etsy and order my Crescent City books, because I don't want those infiltrating the vibe of my fucking bookshelves.
Okay, just for the sake of speed, the last one on my best is the newest Little Women movie, because I read Little Women when I was like younger. The newest movie, basically anything directed by
Greta Gerwig.
Is that, anything she does, I'm gonna eat up. But I watched Little Women. I have not
seen the new Little Women.
I watched it on the plane like a few months ago and literally sobbed, but it was also so good, but also so like the book itself is just like the storyline is frustrating for like a romantic, but
yeah,
still like, oh my god, it's just so good. And that's all I have to say about that, is that I love Greta Gerwig, and she could shit on a plate and I'd be like, oh, gourmet.
That's not true, because you don't like Lady Bird.
Oh, did she direct that? Well, I take it back. You're right. I don't like Lady Bird.
It's such a good movie.
It's fucking depressing. Depressing as shit.
Lady Bird really is
really up there for you.
Shaped me as a human. It's like up there with
That's
there's
sad.
Like, there's a few few movies that like I think are like top 3. Ice Age. Ice Age, specifically The Meltdown. We've talked about this before, but Ice Age, The Meltdown. What was I just saying? What the fuck? Lady Bird.
Movie.
And there was a third one that I was thinking of, and I have suddenly forgotten everything because I've used my brain for more than 5 minutes today, and now I don't know how to think clearly. Nonetheless, Greta Gerwig is amazing, and I think Lady Bird is iconic.
A lot of people like Lady Bird, so I'll give her that.
It
one.
is
It's
depressing.
good.
I know what you mean. The
when
vibes are...
The movies that shaped me, again, we have talked about this, the Tinkerbell movies, specifically Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue. That is a big one for me. I really love it. And honestly, like, we're talking like movies that I watched as like a teenager and was like, oh, wow. And this is probably a red flag for me, but I'm going to say The Notebook, because I did watch that movie a lot, and it maybe impacted me negatively, because I was just like, wow, everything in here looks healthy, and I'm going to meet, like, I don't know, every man I ever met as a teenager or whatever, I was like, oh yeah, it's going to be like The Notebook, and we're going to fall in love, and we're meant to be, and then we're both going to die together, and that's pretty not a great aspiration to have as a 16-year-old.
17-year-old. Yeah.
Terrible.
No,
terrible image of love.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh no, we're screaming at each other. This
note,
is perfect.
This is healthy.
This is how you're supposed to do it.
On that same note, one book, I didn't watch it as a teenager a lot. Watched it like a handful of times every year, still do. But one movie that I was obsessed with as a child, like I think I watched it for the first time when I was like 3 or 4, and I would not stop watching it. Chicago. Yes.
Oh, I loved Chicago. My mom, she had this like little red sedan. We had 2 CDs, and it was the Cheetah Girls, and then the soundtrack to Chicago.
Bro, Chicago is
Eats.
I'm surprised you're not angrier at men. I really think that was the foundation of my anger towards men.
I really should be, but you know what's really shitty is that I think the last time I watched the movie Chicago was probably 5 or 6 years ago, and I remember feeling sympathetic while the husband sang Mr. Cellophane, and being like, aw, that's sad for him.
Who cares?
Yeah, honestly, I shouldn't have cared. I should have been like, yeah, he actually is the worst. But also at the same time, I really, really love, I think the title's just called Funny Honey, where she's literally, like, it's Roxy, like, singing, and she's like, oh, he's so great. He's kind of stupid and dumb and ugly, but, like, he covered for me when I said I didn't murder this man. But then he starts rambling, and it's like, wait a minute. Yeah, and then she's like, oh, fuck you, dude. I hate you. God, you suck.
Yeah. Men.
Yeah.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. You're right. I'm just going to start saying that to myself. Men, thumbs down.
Men, thumbs down. No thanks.
Next. That's the only thing I have on my best list. I already talked about worst.
Let me do my throwbacks just really quick.
Okay, let's do throwbacks.
One of them overlaps with yours is Harry Potter.
Okay.
So that's like an OG for me. The Fault in Our Stars.
I didn't put it on my list because I knew you were going to put it on your list.
Bro.
For us, anyways, I don't know if it was just us at 13, but like that movie.
No,
that book.
It was a whole thing on Tumblr.
Okay.
Okay. The whole vibe and aesthetic around The Fault in Our Stars was insane, and the chokehold that it had on young girls.
Yeah, but hear me out. I want to reread it and be like, I still have it on my bookshelf. I wonder, is it actually good, or were we just 13? Because when I reread Hunger Games, when I think about Hunger Games, I'm like, oh yeah, those books are actually good. But The Fault in Our Stars, I'm not so sure.
I don't know, because I don't feel like John Green is like I'm sure he has to write well. John Green is like the one man that I'm like, okay, I liked his books.
No, I agree. However, I think the girl character, Hazel, I think, yes, she's a good character. But then I when I think about how obsessed I was with Augustus, I'm like, he's kind of is he kind of a fuck, or do I just not really like Ansel Elgort, who played him in the movie?
I think you just don't like Ansel Elgort.
Okay.
Well, no,
I think,
actually, Augustus
like,
Waters
is his
is kind of a
character?
fuck.
Is he a tryhard? I think he is.
Yeah, he's a tryhard. He's the epitome of teenager in 2014.
Yeah, with his like edgy pick me stereo like
and
metaphors
like
with the cigarette.
The cigarette metaphor.
Shut up.
If
but
I
then also
met
at the
a
same
man
time,
in real
had I
life,
been, but realistically though, had I been, I think what were they, 16 in the book? If I had been 16, knowing who I was at 16 years old, oh, I would have eaten it up like Thanksgiving dinner. I would have thought
I think
he
it would have
was
depended.
so cool.
I think it would, for me, I think it would have depended on whom it was. If it was the wrong man, the wrong boy, at the wrong time, I would have straight up punched him in the fucking face. If a man pulled out, if a guy pulled out a cigarette and was like, it's a metaphor, knocked out, fucking KO'd, TKO. Get out of my face.
Mm-hmm. Real.
What the hell is that? But like, yeah, maybe at like, I don't know. Like if I was 16 and a boy who looked like Ansel Elgort did that, I'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever you say, I guess, man.
Okay. Yeah, give me one of those. We'll hold him in our mouth together.
Literally.
Well, Lady and the Tramp, that shit.
Actually, yeah, maybe the book isn't good. I don't know. I'm not sure.
We have to reread it. We'll have to reread it. But we should rewatch the movie.
No.
We went to their press tour. Why?
Yeah, we went to the press tour. That's sad.
I know, but I think if we were together for nostalgia's sake, we should watch it.
Then we'd just cry even more. Remember that one time that we watched High School Musical 3 senior year of high school and we sobbed for 2 hours afterwards?
Yes. When I'm going to stay at your house for a literal week after when I come for my birthday, we're watching Barbie. We're going to watch Fault in Our Stars. I actually think for 25, I just want to cry. That's all I want.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that with you. Yeah. I'll do anything for you.
We're gonna drink a lot of wine and cry to Taylor Swift and to movies. Maybe even to Harry Potter.
We're not gonna get Cruel Summer drunk. We're gonna get Tolerate It drunk.
We're gonna get Tolerate It drunk, and I can't wait. I feel like I need that emotional release. I'm gonna have the theme is quarter life crisis.
Yeah. Oh my god. Just gave me so many good ideas. Okay, yeah. But anyways, The Fault in Our Stars was one of my throwbacks, like OGs.
I want to add a throwback here. Wait, I want to add a throwback here because it kind of lines up with that, and it is on my worst list. Paper Towns.
Oh my god, yeah.
I remember reading. It's still John Green, Fault in Our Stars era. Read Paper Towns right after The Fault in Our Stars. I think I gaslit myself into liking it, and I gaslit myself into liking the movie. It's a bad movie. It's not a good storyline. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't even I don't recall anything. I think she just runs away and is weird.
Yes. And the only reason I gaslit myself,
and I loved
Nat Wolff too. That they are the reason I gaslit myself into liking it because I had a crush on both of them.
Yeah, it was like a bi awakening, a bi girl's panic.
Yeah. And I was just that means this is going to be good. And no, they didn't make Looking for Alaska. It was Paper Towns.
I'm sorry. That's what I meant.
But I just I remember reading it and being like, oh my God, no, this is really good. And the whole time being like, fuck, what's going on? It wasn't good.
I don't think I know the difference between Looking for Alaska, Paper Towns, or An Abundance of Catherines. Because I have those all on my shelf. I'm looking at them.
I do too.
What are they?
I didn't finish Abundance of Catherines. Paper Towns is the one where the girl just runs away. That's the whole concept. Pretty sure Looking for Alaska is they're in college, I'm pretty sure. It's their freshman year of college. And Alaska is just this hot girl that everybody wants to bone. and I think she might be depressed. I think that, but it's from the boy's point of view, so it's like
I fear that I might
fuck.
have to try to reread at least looking
I think
for
we
Alaska.
will. I think we're gonna have to try.
I think we should. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right though. Paper Towns was bad.
Yeah. All right. Next
Paper
throwback.
Towns was not good. This one's just kind of crazy, but for some reason, I think I read it at 14, and I really just fucked so heavy with it. The Hobbit.
Bitch, what?
I don't know.
I remember I went to see The Hobbit when it came out, I think in middle school, with like, I don't know, one of the friends that I had. Like, we weren't even close, but like, they were just like, hey, let's go. I don't know. I guess I just thought they were cool. I don't know. But we weren't even close. Just like a theater friend, like a weird theater friend. And they were like, let's go see The Hobbit. And I was like, okay. And I sat there for 3 whole fucking hours in this movie theater, and I did not know what was going on for 1 second.
Real.
But you know what I do know? Smeagol. I know Smeagol. And I don't know what he's doing in that ditch. I don't know why he has a ring, but I know that he's weird looking. And
he's
also
weird
love
and crazy.
him.
And I don't know, his vibes are
He's a little
terrible
freak.
and so good at the same time. He's a fucking freak.
Yeah.
He is a fucking freak. But
you know who's also a freak? The Hobbits. Why do they look like that, and why do they have so much hair on their feet?
I don't know, but most of the actors in, like, most of the male actors in Outlander are also at least somewhere in the Lord of the Rings franchise. I've not seen the rest of the Lord of the Rings. I've not read the rest of the Lord of the Rings. I don't plan on doing that. But I did really enjoy The Hobbit for some fucking reason. Maybe, again, I was 14 and I was trying to like find out who I was as a person. Same with like The Fault in Our Stars and Looking for Alaska and Paper Towns. Maybe might have gaslit myself into believing that I liked it because I thought it was like going to be the smart, cool girl. I was never the smart, cool girl.
Me neither.
Unfortunately, I was the bitchy, stupid girl.
You're not stupid. I don't even know how I was perceived.
I don't know how I was
Genuinely?
perceived. I'm just like looking back, that's how I perceive myself. It's just like mad as fuck. Like I was cranky as hell. And honestly, I had every right to be. Being a teenager blows. Looking back, honestly, 17-year-old me should have been more angry. She should have fought.
I speak on it. That's the realest thing you might have ever said.
Hit. Punch.
I think about how many things I could have gotten away with as a teenager.
That's what I'm saying.
I was too well behaved. I was too good.
Like,
I was
especially,
too nice.
like, I'm not saying, I definitely don't think that, like, teenagers should be doing drugs.
No. But, like, I could have been, like,
I'm glad that I was
crazier.
Yeah. I'm glad that I was, like, straight edge and not doing crack and coke like some 17-year-olds.
I'm glad I was not doing coke.
Yeah. Really glad that I wasn't doing drugs like an insane person. But also kind of upset that I didn't take the opportunity to hit bitches and men.
Literally. And also there are times where I've been like, I should have slammed my door more. I should have yelled at people more. I should have
my mom definitely got her fair share of insane from me. Kendall,
that's super fair.
Quite frankly, could hold the front lines of the fucking Marines, having dealt with me from 13 to 17. Shout out to my mother.
I just feel like I don't know. I should have raised a little hell a little bit more. I should have been meaner
you absolutely
to
should
people.
Yeah, you absolutely should have.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah, but might have gaslit myself into believing I liked The Hobbit, but that's on my throwback list. And then one more that I was obsessed with. This was my Hunger Games, Divergent.
I have It's the last one on my worst list.
But it is terrible. I was going to say, I hope that's on your worst list.
It is. I only read the first book. And I loved the first book. And I liked the first movie. But I think I gaslit myself into liking the first movie because I had just seen Hunger Games and The Fault in Our Stars. And Hunger Games was like very similar. And The Fault in Our Stars, Shailene Woodley also played Hazel. Yeah, same actor. So I and also Theo James, obviously.
Hello.
Hello. And so I think, but then like I just remember the second movie came out and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Bro, okay, that's why I think it's one of the worst adaptations personally, because I read all 3
bad.
books. The books are actually, from what I remember at 14, they were not that bad. Will I reread them? No.
No.
But like I remember them being pretty decent.
Thank God we weren't 18 when those came out, because I would surely have a Divergent tattoo.
Oh God. I'm so glad that they're like the tattoos that were like trending on Tumblr. I would have
Oh my God.
many.
I would have a mustache.
The
right
mustache,
here.
the infinity.
I would have a mustache.
Oh my God.
I would have the my oldest sister
Disgusting.
does have an infinity sign.
You know what? And I'm sure Lindsay slays
You know
it.
what? I'm sure she does. She does. She slays it. Whatever. But I would also have, I would surely have a Divergent tattoo.
Ugh. I would have a
I'd have a
semicolon.
One Direction tattoo. Yes, you would. You would in fact have a semicolon.
I would have a semicolon. Or like a dot,
I'd have a paper airplane. I'd probably have okay on my body.
I'd probably have some weird
Permanently.
ellipses, like dot, trying to be fucking quirky and not have a semicolon, but do like a dot, because the story continues. No. To quote Candace Owens, you know what I'm gonna say. But like, girl, I'm so
fake
glad.
gay.
But yeah, that's literally. That's what my whole body would just be covered in the most fuck ass shit you've ever seen.
Oh yeah. It'd be so bad. I'd have a Alice in Wonderland tattoo or something.
Oh yeah, so same.
But
Thank
there
God
are
it
some
wasn't
cute ones.
18.
Not a cute one though. A cringy one.
No, like there are some people who have these tattoos who look cool as fuck.
Yes,
I can't
Lindsay
even
has
deny
a
that.
very, very, very cool Alice in Wonderland tattoo. I would not. I would have like a tiny, stupid one.
No,
I
we have
actually
some-
do have an Alice in Wonderland tattoo right here, and it's ugly and small, and I didn't take care of it, and it got all fucked up. So I guess we don't learn our lesson.
Yeah, those are my
Next.
throwbacks. Better than the book. I have Harry Potter. Obviously, we talked about that. Summer I Turned Pretty.
We talked about this last episode. But the show is better than the books.
I haven't read
read the last
literally
book
only
yet.
watched the first episode of season 2. But
I finished
my
season 2,
God,
and same thing tracks. The books are not as good as the TV show.
the books are not as good as the TV show. Like, I think this really hits heavy for the first season though, because we were so invested in Laurel and Susanna.
Oh my God, I know. After Susanna's gone, I lost a lot of investment.
Yeah.
But I think that's why the show is so much better, because they go back in time a little bit. They flip-flop back and forth between like present
Yeah.
time and at like the year before Susanna died. So you get like a lot of moments with Laurel and
with
Susanna.
Yeah, like, because frankly, sorry, I would have ate this book up. I wish I would have read it in high school. Like, I would have eaten this shit up. But like,
Yes.
I do
Yes.
not give a fuck about Belly's inner monologue about choosing between Jeremiah and
neither.
Conrad, because she's a
Conrad
fucking idiot.
blows. She
She's a
sucks.
goddamn
Okay,
idiot.
and here's the thing. I'm going to say this here too, because I was like, oh my God, what are all these people on TikTok saying? Conrad, they never could make me hate you. Dude, I literally finished season 2. Season 3 is not out yet. I know a lot of you bitches aren't reading the books. So there's nothing redeeming about Conrad in season 2. Nothing. I was waiting for the moment where they like maybe change the story, maybe make you dislike Jeremiah. Nothing. Jeremiah does
fucking way.
nothing wrong. He does nothing wrong.
You're kidding.
Jeremiah is the best. And Conrad is a dick. A full-blown dick and balls. He sucks. And then he cries all the
hate-
time.
Yeah.
He does and literally Jeremiah calls him out constantly. He's like, this is what Conrad does. He gets upset, shuts it down, and then he's mean to everybody and doesn't tell anybody why. I'm pretty sure he says that like 3 times in the show. He's like, this is just
Yeah.
who Conrad is. And
No,
then at the
Conrad-
end, even Belly is like, this is who Conrad is. I can't be mad at him. Yes, you can be.
Yes, you can.
You can be mad.
So, first of all, enough.
Enough.
I cannot fucking stand Conrad. He blows. He sucks. Jeremiah is so cute and so sweet. And I don't
Literally.
understand Why the hell? I feel like literally the past 4 episodes that we've had of book club, something's been brought up about The Summer I Turned Pretty, and we do not understand Conrad
I don't get it.
sympathizers. I don't get
somebody
it.
please explain that to me, because I'm gonna need an essay.
That's what I want to know. Are we
get
just
it.
rooting for Conrad because that's who Belly wanted to be with when she was, I don't know, 10?
Also,
Girl,
are we just,
can you
is it
imagine
because
if you
he's
were-
like toxic? Is that what it is? Because hear me out. We read a lot of books. I have no problem with morally
With the
gray
toxic
men.
man. Yeah,
I've read the Twisted series and I love all 4 of those men. Sue me.
literally.
However, Conrad doesn't have a redeeming quality. He's not hot.
No.
He's not he's not really protective. He's just an asshole. Like you have to have something. You can't just be an asshole.
Also, he maybe he can fight, but Jeremiah seems like just so much more well-rounded. Also, he's
Yes.
older than Jeremiah. Sorry, if you're the older sibling and you do not have, if you lack the emotional intelligence that your younger sibling is carrying, that's embarrassing. Get it together. How are you going to be the oldest and not be emotionally mature? What the fuck is
Yeah.
that about? Go to therapy, figure your life out. What the hell are you doing?
That part. Next, what list do you have? I can't talk about him anymore. He makes me angry.
Yeah, fuck Conrad, period. Upcoming, these are ones that I'm really excited about. Haymitch, Hunger
Okay.
Games, forgot what it was called.
Oh! Yeah.
Sunrise on the Reaping, Sunrise of the Sun,
And are they
something like that.
Are they doing a book or are they just doing a movie?
Nope, they're doing
She's
a book
writing
too.
a book.
She's writing the book.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's gonna
I
be
cannot wait for that.
fucking crazy.
I love Haymitch. It's also going to be brutal because I know that Haymitch's story is sad.
The worst.
So
sad.
So sad.
Like
'Cause
Haymitch and Finnick
it's the
are the
reason-
worst stories.
It's the reason that like Songbirds and Snakes is hard for me because you know what they turn into. Like Haymitch ends up all alone. And so
And an
you have to
alcoholic.
watch an alcoholic, and you have to watch this story of him becoming that. Same thing with Songbirds and Snakes. You get Cornelius, fuckface, whatever. He's stunning.
Coriolanus.
You have to watch him. Coriolanus? Cornelius? Coriolanus is a stupid name.
That's his name.
Coriolanus.
That's why Bunny or whatever her name is calls him Corio.
Well, that's stupid.
What's
anyways.
the tigress? What did I call her?
Tigress.
Bunny?
But you get to watch him and Lucy Gray like fall in love or whatever happens between them, and then you have to watch him become a villain. That sucks. I hate that. It's gonna be hard for me.
Cornelius.
I'm a lover girl. I want them to end up together and be happy.
I wish Lucy Gray would have fixed him.
Me too.
No. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
I mean, I do
yes,
wish
that is-
Lucy Gray would have fixed him. Quite frankly, I wish Lucy Gray would have taken that gun and shot his ass. Next.
I actually would have been happier with the ending if she had just killed him.
No
But
dead ass. For
you know,
real.
it sucks. I just don't like
the
that we
next
already
one-
have.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Haymitch is going to be upsetting, but I'm very excited for it nonetheless.
I am
and
also.
then I have People We Meet on Vacation. Hello.
Yes. Hello. This is another book to movie adaptation. The actress that's playing Poppy, she plays Lady Jane in the Prime show My Lady Jane, which is also a book to TV show adaptation. I haven't read the books, but this show I am quite literally so addicted to. It is so funny and amazing, and I love it. And she is an amazing actress, and I think she's going to play Poppy amazing. Even though I didn't totally love People We Meet on Vacation, I still really liked it. It was still a 4-star read for me.
The story is going to be so much fun to see on screen.
Yes. Reading it was hard for me, but I'm going to love watching it.
It's going to be so good on a screen.
And it wasn't hard for me. It just wasn't as good as like Book Lovers for me.
Yeah.
Or Beach Read. And the actor that played Snow.
Tom
that
Blythe.
played Tom Blythe. Oh, I hope they dye his hair blonde again. That man needs to be blonde. Sorry.
I'm so excited for People We Meet on Vacation.
Alex, I like Alex better than I like Poppy. So the fact that he's playing Alex,
yeah,
dude, I can't fucking wait. Fucking wait. And they are both such good actors. It's gonna be actually amazing.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
It's gonna be so good.
And then this one is just one that I want to read. I haven't read or watched. It was recently made into a show on Netflix. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This has been on my TBR for a year, literally since I started reading. I saw that, and I saw girls talk about it, and I saw girls talk about it on like TikTok, and I put it on my TBR. Just never really got around to reading it, and I feel like it would be right up the alley of like the books that I started that really got me back into reading. I feel like it's going to be right up that alley.
I especially after reading Verity. I agree. I know that Verity is also going to become a movie, and that's going to go insane.
My God.
It's going to go crazy.
It's going to be insane. But yeah, I really want to read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I saw like a few clips of it on like TikTok.
And Emma Myers is so cute. I love Emma Myers.
Girl, it looks so good. So I really want to read that. I have no thoughts on it because I've not read the book. I've not seen the show. I really don't even know what it's about. But I just like, I've heard a bunch of good things about it. So I do want to read that. And then on that Colleen Hoover note, my next subcategory is tea. So we've got It Ends With Us. But the tea around It Ends With Us right now is insane.
Okay, so I actually bought the book today because I want to read the book before I see the movie. I have seen some people say that they don't really, like there's some things that they leave out that change that make maybe the book more in depth or the movie more in depth. I don't know. But I know there's some cast drama.
There is. That's like kind of what so like obviously the book is about domestic violence.
Yes. Boo.
That's like the main premise. And the director was the guy who plays the abuser. I don't know.
I didn't know he was the director. I'm
pretty sure he was the original director. And so he had a lot of like intimacy coaches and a lot of women on set to try and like direct this from a female gaze, because like that's what he said was really important to him. And from what I've seen, everybody's like, oh, Blake Lively just tried to take over and then be the director. I don't know what's going on, but he has basically been cut from all promo.
I saw that.
Justin Baldoni, maybe, I think is his name.
I saw that it's giving, because I saw one girl on TikTok talking about it, saying that like it's like they were surprised. It might have been girls on a podcast. I don't know. They were surprised that they didn't even have him like in the promo photos, because even for Don't Worry Darling, with all the drama happening with that movie,
everybody was still there.
They still had like, they sucked it up, did a couple of pictures, whatever. Yeah. So I don't know, because also Blake Lively's a director.
Yeah.
And so I mean,
and then there was like the weird, like they weirdly started looping it with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, they did. They almost switched, like for that. I'm like, if we're looking at it from like a marketing standpoint, like I get it. Like Blake Lively's the lead. Her and her husband's relationship is very intertwined in their careers. Yeah. She promotes Wolverine. He promotes It Ends With Us. Like, so for something like that, I guess I get it. However, I could see that being weird. Room for conflict.
And
because at the end of the day, they're still people.
And like the way that Justin Baldoni had been in interviews and had talked about, like, obviously there is violence in this movie. Like, that's kind of the main premise. Anytime I saw a clip that like the actual TikTok It Ends With Us, like their movie TikTok account posted, and it was this girl going, I mean, there's sexy guys, there's romance, it's just such a good, didn't say anything about there being DV. I just feel like that's like a really big thing that you have to like,
that's like the point,
like if
of
that's the premise of the if that's the storyline, like that's something you need to be talking about. Because like I've also seen TikToks of, there was a really big creator, I don't know who it is, I forgot her name, but she had like over 1 million followers, and she was like, me and my mom went to see It Ends With Us thinking that it was just like a romance movie, and then they left the movie theater like fucking sobbing because it deals with domestic violence. And like that's really hard to watch, even if you haven't been through domestic violence. I think a lot of women have been through
I think a lot of women have been around a violent man.
Yes. Yeah. Even if you haven't experienced being hit by a man, a lot of women have been around.
You've probably been yelled at by a man, and it's just as scary. And maybe not
It's
just as scary,
scary.
but
Yeah.
it is. It's a
It's
special
scary.
type of fear. It's a special type of
Yes.
fear that women carry.
And to just like completely
That's a pretty serious
lack
trigger
that.
warning.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that's actually really true. I haven't seen Blake. I mean, I haven't watched every interview, but I haven't.
no, me
I've
either.
seen a lot of. I've seen a lot of promo about the movie, and I haven't seen a lot of promo of them talking about it being a serious movie.
Yeah.
I see
So
them. Like,
there's a bunch
when
of
it's
tea
pretty-
with that.
Yeah, drama.
But I do want to read the book, and I definitely want to
Yeah,
see
I
the
got
movie
it
still
today.
because I do know, like, I obviously we know that
Yeah.
it is touching on those sensitive topics. So I think it won't be, and obviously there's so much tea and shade around Colleen Hoover. But
Oh yeah.
that's just the world. But yeah, a lot of tea with It Ends With Us. Curious to, I don't know, see the internet's take
Yeah.
on that. And then my last subcategory is just things that I desperately want made into either a show or a movie. Powerless.
Yes, Powerless. Honestly, more than ACOTAR, because I love ACOTAR. I'm almost too
ACOTAR
scared
was my
to
other
give
one
that.
on my list.
I am almost too scared to give ACOTAR to a film
Precisely.
company or a show
Exactly.
production company or whatever. However, with Powerless, I feel like it is in that perfect little pocket that of storyline having too much world building that where it'd be too scary, like ACOTAR, Fourth Wing, something like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like Powerless is just in that right place of fantasy, but still can be portrayed well, I think, in movies or TV shows. Even honestly, movies. And normally I would vote for a TV show. I think it'd be amazing in movies. And
I think so too.
oh my god, that would just be amazing.
I need to see Powerless on the screen. ACOTAR, Fourth Wing is supposed to be being made into a TV show.
I can see that being
ACOTAR, I
good
would
for the
love
sake
to
of
see.
I can see Fourth Wing being good for the sake of like at least the first one because it's very school oriented and that was very the same format as Harry Potter. And so like, if they kind of followed that, I think like that type of format, I think that could work really well. They just have to cast correctly. They cannot cast people too old.
Yeah. That's
However, I would not be opposed to them casting Peyton and Kai a little bit older.
That's the one thing that I would
18
love to
and
see.
20 is a little bit hard for me.
Don't like it.
I'm
I would
really-
love to see
I'm really
Peyton
gonna
and Kai
need 20 even
at
look
least.
20 at least, maybe 21, maybe Kai being 23 to 25.
Yeah.
I want to see a man.
Yes, I agree.
Because in my brain,
agree.
that's how old they are. And Kai Azar, oh my god, nothing has ever hit quite like Kai Azar.
Nothing will ever hit like Kai Azar hit.
Something
Period.
about him.
He just Lauren
so
Roberts
good.
put meth in his character. Like
really
I don't know
did.
what she did when
Really
she was writing Kai, but what like it cannot be replicated. I love Azriel. I love Reese. I love Zayden. I love
And Cassian, yes. Oh.
I love
good.
Oro. I love Grimm. There's so many characters that I love. Nobody hits the way that
Nobody
Kai hits.
Truly.
Like he's so good. So yeah, I think maybe that's why I want to see it on screen so bad is because I'm horny on main for Kai.
Oh yeah.
But I love Kai and I love Powerless. And I think the story is so it's also like just a trilogy. ACOTAR, I feel like I would
Yes.
love to see it, but it's gonna be so hard because it's like a 6-7
They'd
book
have to
series.
do it the way they did Outlander, where it's just like a crazy long show.
Each
Like
book is a season.
which in that sense you would have to cast actors who are young enough to
Young.
be ready to sign on for a long TV show
a decade.
like that. Yes.
Literally.
If you cast somebody who's 35, they don't want to do that.
Hey, but hear me out. If ACOTAR ever gets made into a show, you got 2 Archeron sisters right here.
Period. Duh.
I'm just
Me and
saying.
you. I don't fucking care. Yeah, I will play the third tree to the left.
No, dead ass.
Just put
I
me
would
in the
play
show.
Amarantha.
Oh, yeah. I would play Jurian's eyeball.
So real.
I'd play
So
Claire
real.
better. I'd be
No,
tacked
me
up on the
too.
wall.
I wouldn't care either.
If only
I just
to
wanna
have a
be-
scene with Reese.
If only to be existing in the general vicinity of the magic that is creating a movie from a book
Wow.
or show from a book.
Yeah, I
Oh,
agree.
and then the last one that we didn't talk about is Bridgerton.
I have mixed feelings about Bridgerton. I'm not going to sit on it for too long because we've already been yapping for a while.
I also have
but-
mixed feelings about Bridgerton.
I think the aesthetics and the vibe of like summertime Bridgerton coming out is so fun and so pretty, and I love a lot of the ways that they do it. It's just like so fun to watch. It feels so girly.
Yes.
But sometimes the changes that they're bringing in now to some of these later seasons with the later books, I'm not
Yeah.
exactly sure. I feel like the books in the show are just gonna
They're going to split. Yep.
they're gonna split
agree.
and they're gonna be way different, just keeping the same names. Which honestly, that's fine with me. Whatever.
Yeah.
The later books don't get that deep anyway, but it is very romantic and fun, and the vibes are
Super
good.
cute.
Like having little
The
Bridgerton
vibes
watch
are
parties.
always there.
I
Amazing.
wish you lived here because I don't have any other friends, but
Same.
the vibes are great.
The vibes are great. But yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah,
everything. I
so-
feel like we hit like the main.
Yeah, I agree. We stayed on track. Look at us.
We did stay on track for the most part. We really kind of
For the
slayed
most
today.
part. We did. Thanks for coming to book club.
Yeah.
Follow us on everything. On Spotify, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram. We post all of our updates and we didn't post a calendar for this month, did we?
Nope. We didn't really.
We
plan
normally
anything this
post
month.
monthly calendars. We'll post a monthly calendar in September.
We also normally
but
plan better. So
we do. This month Maddie's been moving and I
Yeah.
have been a lazy piece of shit. However,
Not a piece of shit. Don't say that.
However, we do have really exciting things coming up, so keep an eye out for that. Please follow us on Instagram specifically. Also, Goodreads if you want to keep up with what we're currently reading.
Also, drop a comment and let us know what your favorite book adaptation
Yes.
and least favorite book adaptation is. We'd love to
Yes.
know.
We'd love to know.
We would love to get around to watching everybody's favorite and possibly even
Yeah.
least favorites,
Oh yeah.
just for shits and giggles.
there's something great about knowing you're about to watch a bad movie.
Bro, yeah. Honestly, sometimes you need a shit movie.
Yeah. Not everything has to be good. Oh, let me throw this in here right at the end, just as a question. Did you know Bullet Train is a book?
What the fuck?
Yes, I saw it at Barnes & Noble today. Bullet Train is a fucking book.
That's crazy. No, I didn't know that.
Anyways, that was all.
That's all.
Thanks for coming to book club.
Thanks for coming to book club. See you guys next week.
Love you.